for someone who's idolized Wu-Tang for so long, even going as far as calling yourself East Coast Killer at one point in your career. Yeah. And actually, your first show ever was opening up for Ghostface.
Yeah.
What does it mean to assemble all living members of Wu-Tang under a track for your album?
It is the best, greatest dream come true ever, especially because I always wanted to do a song called Wu-Tang Forever featuring every living member. I can't believe that I did it. It's 100% surreal, it's 360, it's a throwback, it's full circle. I used to, like, Wu-Tang was my introduction to hip-hop, like, period. Like, it's just weird to think about because I haven't super thought about it, but I have at the same time. The fact that every member fucks with me is a big deal because they don't fuck with just everybody. This is how it happened. I was listening to a much earlier version of Young Sinatra while I was on tour this last summer, and I played it for everybody. We were in some hotel. North Carolina. Thank you very much. Thank you, Justin. We were in North Carolina, and I made everybody put all their cell phones on the table, and I just played the album all the way through, and they loved it. We all loved it. It was awesome, and I was like, yo, it's missing a couple joints, and we were drunk and stoned, and I was like, hey man, wouldn't it be crazy if like I got Wu-Tang on here? I should call the RZA. And some people were like, nah, like don't do that. Like don't call the RZA, you're drunk. And then other ones were like, yeah, fuck it, you should call the RZA. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I should call the RZA. So I called RZA, and he's like, Bon, what's up? What it is? What it do? And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, look, listen, I've been drinking. I got a question. I was like, look, I got some shit I'm gonna ask you. It's pretty crazy. He's like, what is it? Let's go, spit it out. And I'm like, look, man, what do I gotta do? I was like, ever since, and I explained to him, and I was like, what do I gotta do to get every single Wu-Tang member on my album and call the song Wu-Tang Forever? And he goes, all you gotta do is ask, baby. And I was like, what? Are you serious? I was like, well, I'm asking. And he goes, well, it's done. And I was just like, damn, okay. And he's like, yeah, we have our Wu Wednesdays call this week. I'll run it by everyone. And he, like the next week told me, he was like, everybody's in. And I was like, wow, that's like insane. Not gonna lie. Whole time the song was getting done, I didn't think it was gonna happen. Like the whole time. I mean, just imagine how that sounds. Like even though the RZA, who is a fucking reputable man, he's a man of his word, he's on his shit. The Abbott, ruler zigzag zigala, okay, all right, Prince Hakeem. All right, Rakeem. So for me, I was like, I just don't know that it's gonna happen. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, if I get RZA and like even just a few of the members, like that's still crazy to say, I have Wu-Tang on my shit. And man, who did their shit first? Ghostface did his, and then I forget. It was so many, but I got them all, and I couldn't believe it. But literally, I just got the last joint like yesterday, because Method and RZA was the last one to send me the vocal, and that was a rap, and I just can't believe it, and it doesn't make sense to me still. And to even hear them use my name in their verse, some spell it out, some say it, some use it in different ways, it's just crazy.
Now take me back to your first show opening up for Ghostface.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. That was super dope. that's where I met Lenny, so I met Big Lembo there. And the police actually had to escort me in because I was 19. I might have been 18 at the time. I was 18, and I was too young to get in. You had to be 21. So the police escorted me on. I fucking rapped, and then I bounced. And he has no idea of this, of course.
Well, he does now.
Yeah, he does now. It was a good vibe.
Did you have any idea at that point that you would be on a track with everyone? Is
No.
that something that like you?
That was so unattainable, you know. And I mean, it was unattainable last week to me when I still didn't have everybody. It was unattainable before I met the RZA. It was unattainable. Like it just didn't seem like it, but it is, because anything you can attain essentially anything, you know. But crazy, and I did that shit on tour. We were on the studio tour bus, and Six produced the beat, and because I asked RZA,
he killed it.
He snapped. But I remember telling him, I was like, it's got to be big, like boom, 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 boom. Like yeah, I told him the drums got to be like have that feel. And I think even you got like references in his verse how it's like a woo beat. He's like on this woo beat or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, it was sick. You snapped. But he did that, and then I did my raps, and all the Wu-Tang is all of us on the tour bus. Wu-Tang, Wu, and then I pitched it down so it sounds like the old, like really deep Wu-Tang. And
that's crazy. You guys did that? I thought that was like a sample that
we all
RZA had given you.
No, we did that on tour. And then we sent it to him, and then he was like, I love this piece. This shit's crazy. Like, I'm gonna send it to everybody, and then everybody fucked with it. And I think it's because it came from within. It came from my heart, you know. Like I know Wu-Tang. Like I know the vibe. It's not, you know, I mean, they could rap on anything, but I wasn't going to send them some fucking Marvin's Room Drake shit. Like, I was going to, we rapping, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he snapped. He went in, and I did my thing. But I didn't want it to be, like, sucking them off too much. You know what I mean? Because, like, I love them, but I wanted it to be, like, homage. I didn't want it, because also, it's like, these dudes aren't old. Like, I didn't want them to feel old. So, and I think that's why they fuck with it, because it's like, it's true love. Like my whole verse is like, I love you guys. Like, thank you. Like, this is what inspired me. This is what did it. But it's not in a way that's like, yo, Wu-Tang dog. Like, woo, woo, woo. Like everything I'm doing is like, woo, woo, Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang. Like I was still telling my own vibe, you know, but it's kind of describing a bit of how I discovered their discography and how I felt about them. But I love my favorite line. Who you know assembled the clan like Voltron, the one and only Logic, the God, the Dawn, I'm gone. That shit is probably the dopest way I've ever ended a verse, for me personally, to be like, yo, and here's the Wu-Tang Clan. Wow.
Do you have a favorite verse? I have mine.
Yeah, Method Man, right?
Method Man. I mean, I love all the verses, but what he said about this current state of music, I was like, this is what I needed to hear right now.
I love that he said that. They all killed it. RZA went in. Ray, Ghost, I love Ghost, but RZA, man, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone, yo, Deck, yo, it's only Logic. The motherfucking, like, he's like, yo, these motherfuckers, they all snap. Like, they really, really went on Capadonna, and he incorporated like his own sound effects and shit. Like they all snap, but there's always just that heart and a place in my heart for the RZA, because you know he's why I discovered everyone.
It's because you're Bobby. It's Bobby Digital.
Bobby Tarantino. Yeah.
Is that gonna be a future collab project?
I know, right? That'd be pretty cool. That song is the last piece to the puzzle. That was the last one. That was the. Like I waited. It was originally, if today is the 21st, let's put it this way. Today's the 21st. My album comes out on what, 28th? So that's 7 days. So it comes out in 7 days, and I'm finally about to turn it in now.
On Glorious 5, you talk about the relationship with your dad.
Yeah.
How's that going?